is pin or fixed, you have to have horizontal reaction forces. Likewise, you have to have horizontal reaction forces. Okay, likewise, you also have to have vertical. Okay, I will not draw the rest vertical. So this is how you identify your what? Your moments. Okay. So again, a very quick summary. Okay. I understand the next day some of you have what? Math, yes or no? Yes? Okay. Look at this summary sheet. Are we clear? Okay. Now the next thing that we want to define is I. Okay. Now I is a bit complex. Okay. I repeat again, I is a bit complex. Okay. What do I mean by complex? Okay. So now you draw a generic structure. Okay. You sketch out a generic member. So this is your generic structure. Okay, rather than doing more circle, let's do a quick summary on this. Okay, you draw a generic structure. Okay, Eugene, really, what's wrong with you today? Some of you say there's a lot of things wrong with you, Eugene. So what we define, we call this distance from here to here. We label this as A, and then over here from this distance to this distance, we label this as B. Okay. Then you sketch out your transformation. This is your summary sheet. You do whatever you want. Okay, there's no rules over here. So I'm going to call this my X. I'm going to call this my Y. And I'm going to call this my Z. Okay, I'm going to call that my Z. So now we are going to look at the plan view. Okay, we are going to look at the plan view. So this is the plan view that we sketch. So on our plan view, we understand that this direction is our X, and this direction is our what? Y. Okay. We know that the distance from here to here is your A. The distance from here to here is your what? Is your B. Okay. So the next thing that we are going to write down. So buckling in Y, X, Z plane. Okay, buckling in XZ plane. So XZ plane, you draw down here. This is your what? XZ plane. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, that's the wrong color to use. I do apologize. So you write down here. This is your what? XZ plane. So you sketch out your XZ plane. Okay, immediately you sketch out your XZ plane. And you know you have a rotation about Y. So immediately you write this out, you draw this out. Okay. And you write out, okay, when that's the case, this is what? This distance from here to here is my A. And when the structure will buckle, the structure will buckle this way. Right? And then you follow the curvature, like remember R is rotating and the curvature is over there. So you know that you are going to use what? IYY. Okay. So when you are going to use IYY, you are aware that this axis is the axis of interest now, right? And when that's your axis of interest, you immediately call this your what? Width. You immediately call this your what? Depth. From here, your width will be equal to what? BA cubed over 12. Okay. So likewise, so you will never be confused. I know this is a I understand that this is a simple geometry. When it's complicated geometry, that is also your width, it's also your what? Depth. Are we clear? Okay, so that is now. So next you consider buckling. In what plane now? So buckling, the next plane we are going to look at is your YZ plane. Okay, we are going to look at buckling in YZ plane. Okay, so when we look at buckling on the YZ plane, so now this is my Y. This is my Z now. And then what will happen is this is my rotation in my what? X. So now when we look at the structure now, this is your what? Over here, now this is your what? B. And this is how your structure will buckle. And when that's the case, you know that it's going to be what? IXX. And then when you know it's IXX, the XX axis over here, IXX, this will be your width. And then over here for IXX, this will be your what? Your depth. So you immediately write down the IXX, your width is equal to A, B cubed over short. So how many of you play computer games? Do not stop playing. Never stop playing computer games. I still play Mario. What computer games help you to do is what? Pattern what? Recognition. Are we clear? It helps you do pattern recognition. The more often you play Mario Brothers, you go further. Why? You remember where are the obstacles. Not that you are better. You anticipate what's going to happen. So over here, you see a trend. What trend can you observe? When it is XY, XZ plane, you use what? YY. Are we clear? When it's YZ plane, you use what? You use what is missing? XX. Never go wrong. You understand that? Yes or no? Okay, you never go wrong. Okay, if you do go wrong, I will come after you. Okay. So now, everything, this is easy, this is straightforward, this is done, this is good to go. This is the key part of the what? Of this course regarding buckling. Two formulas you have to know, okay? Which is given. And we know that factor of safety is equal to what? P critical divided by what? P. And this is also equal to stress critical divided by what? Stress. So you know that stress critical is equal to P critical divided by area. A lot of times students use P. Be clear. When you declare it's critical, you know that stress can be just equal to P over A. Okay. So this is my summary sheet for centric buckling. Okay, it's just a summary sheet. It means nothing. What it means more is when you practice and you gain what? Confidence. This course is about practice and gain what? Confidence. Staring at the solution manual, gaining confidence is bullshit. Repeat again, you stare at the notes and you think you know how to do it. No, does not work that way. Are we clear? Right. Lastly, we are going to go into eccentric buckling. Okay, we are going to go into eccentric buckling. Now, eccentric buckling, the formula that we are going to use, we have two sets of formula. Okay, so write down the formula. What are the formula? So this is P over A. This is equal to 1 plus by EC over R squared secant, okay? And then this will be pi over 2, and then you do square root P over PCR, okay? Eugene always remind us that this term is in what? Put in radians, okay? And then you come out to be PCR is equal to pi squared EI over what? LE squared. To get this term over here correctly, you apply exactly what you have over here. Exactly the same thing. Are we clear? How to determine your I, how to determine your LE, nothing what changes. Okay. A is where standard is your what? Cross-sectional area. E is your what? Eccentric load distance. Now, the intriguing thing now comes to C. Okay. C is the next critical part. Now we go back to this figure over here. Okay. I'm going to bring the whole thing across. I hope, yeah, I'm going to bring the whole thing across. I know it looks messy, but a summary was meant to look messy. If your summary sheet is not messy, it's not summary sheet. Okay, it was meant to become messy. Hey, come on, please, please, I've been good. Oh, come on, unbelievable. Bear with me, okay? Please. Oh, you cheeky sort. Let me come into here. Maybe it will work better. Oh, let me do this then. Oh, unbelievable, right? Okay, you know what? I'm going to do something different. Okay, so over here, the difference is this, okay? So now, if you look at IYY, right? For this case, buckling in the, if this is your IYY, I still have 5 minutes, guys, okay? Don't take away time from me. So if this is your IYY, right? This is your distance C. Okay, so C is equal to A over 2. Okay. And then if you were to focus on IXX, right? C is this distance. So C is equal to what? B over 2. So the distance from here to here is your A. Your distance from here to here is your what? B. Okay. So now we know how to find your what? You know how to find your C value. The next term that we have in mind is straightforward. So R squared is equal to, or I is equal to R squared or AR squared. This is straightforward. Okay. And P, it is your applied load. Okay. And then you have to write down for eccentric buckling, we have to ensure that stress max must be less than what? Stress U. Okay. For centric buckling, you have to be sure that P critical is greater than what? P or stress critical has to be greater than your what? Sorry, P critical and your stress critical, sorry, your stress critical has to be less than your stress U. One page, summary sheet. okay, on buckling. Keep this summary sheet, okay? And when you graduate, you can still do buckling. Are we clear? Okay, this is the importance of summary sheet. When do you write your summary sheet? Like tomorrow is mold circle. You have to start writing your summary sheet. Are we clear? Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow then, okay?